Since 1947, the World Affairs Council has become the preeminent global stage for world leaders and the public to inform, engage, and debate the most important issues of our time. It's your world. Get to know it.
Oil profits are way too high, so let's take those profits and we'll invest in renewables. And I think that that's kind of the key of what's driving some of the agenda. I agree with Daniel Yergin. He's a novelist. He wrote a Pulitzer Prize-winning book on oil, and he says that it's not realistic or realizable. And really the reason for that is that we're in a global oil market. We're the biggest buyer and seller out there, or the third largest seller, and we can't secede from that global market. We could be entirely self-sufficient in all the oil we need, but our price would be affected by the supply and demand in the rest of the world. So there's no way to escape that. You can enhance our energy security in a lot of ways, by diversifying our sources of supply, by producing more at home, by diversifying the types of energy we use and the types of technology we use. But being entirely energy independent is a kind of a nice political slogan. Lots of folks like it. It feels good, but it's unrealistic. And then we look at U.S. resources. We don't have enough to be energy independent, the resources that we know we have, the conventional. Probably if you included unconventional, we do, or frontier hydrocarbons. But we still have a lot in the United States, especially offshore. You have a lot right here. I know that most Californians are not into developing them, but it's quite a bit. It could be about 15 years worth of supply for you, and that's a lot of oil. The Gulf Coast states have a deal with their leases as of 2006. They get to share about 37.5% of the income, the bonus bids, the royalties, everything in the federal waters. And I would think if California was interested, that would be the way to go. So my reality check here is the profits are in line. It's just such a huge industry. It's fantastic. They are earning tens of billions of dollars. They're spending hundreds of billions bringing the product to market. And when they come out with quarterly returns, when Exxon comes out, just get on their website, look it up, and divide their net income by their revenue and see what it works out to. Exxon does well. They're usually higher than some of their competitors, but they're still within the range of all the other industries. So the primary beneficiaries of a healthy market for oil and natural gas are really the shareholders, and they're broadly owned by the American public. Tax oil to fuel alternatives. I just want to wrap some, I'm not saying don't do it, let's wrap some facts around this assumption. And first look at the taxes they're spending already. It's about 40%, which is fair. $242 billion in the last few years alone just in income taxes.